Straight Tato.
Our world is full of mysteries, peculiarities, intrigue, and enigmas. The purpose of this series is to talk about subjects podcasts, TV shows, etc. gloss over or outright ignore. This is Worldwide Weird. Hello again to all you strays out there. Before we begin, can I humbly ask that you like and subscribe? Thank you. Let's get into it. Y'all know that Oliver Anthony song, Rich Men North of Richmond? Well, today's topic is about another bloodsucker in Virginia, the Richmond vampire. This urban legend is centered on one individual named W. Poole. On October 2nd, 1925, Churchill Tunnel collapsed upon itself, injuring and killing multiple laborers and workers that were stuck within it. Eyewitnesses to the event reported seeing a strange creature fleeing from the wreckage of the tunnel. It had flesh hanging from its body. It had blood smeared across its face, and it had sharp fangs. It proceeded to flee into the nearby mausoleum of W. Poole in Richmond's Hollywood Cemetery. One version of this tale alleges that the men gave chase to the creature and followed it into the mausoleum, jimmied open the mausoleum door just in time to see the coffin lid close. Another version of the tale alleges that they followed the creature to the mausoleum, but when they made it to the mausoleum door, they heard the creature shrieking curses, and they were too paralyzed out of fear to move. Lastly, in another version, the door was just too heavy to move. Some say they heard the creature muttering something about its wife. As everybody knew, W. Poole shared his resting grounds with his spouse. The only recorded date in the mausoleum for anybody having passed away was for W. Poole's wife, 1913. The mausoleum's interior and exterior walls are littered with Masonic, Egyptian, and vampiric symbols. Who was W. Poole? Some speculate that that name was an alias, and he really was a vampire run out of England. After further research, I found his name to be William Wortham Poole, and he was born in Mississippi in 1847. He worked as a clerk in a tobacco factory, a secretary, a bookkeeper, and an accountant. He also married his wife in 1866. Though his passing wasn't officially listed on the mausoleum, he allegedly became ill and passed away from pneumonia in 1922. Despite a life of normality, the symbols in the mausoleum are quite curious. The legend of the Richmond vampire started gaining traction in the 1960s and 1970s when there were whispers of cult-like rituals occurring in the mausoleum. The story of the Richmond vampire started circulating in print with an issue of the Commonwealth Times in 1976. Some believe a game of telephone is what's responsible for the creation of the legend of the Richmond vampire. What some thought was a creature could have been a worker escaping from the wreckage of the tunnel, mangled, bloodied, and beaten. Personally, I like to entertain the what-ifs of the paranormal. The way all this reads to me is that W. Poole was a mysterious, enigmatic man. It's entirely possible that he could have dabbled with the occult quietly. Perhaps he made a deal for eternal life, only to be at a crossroads with a cursed existence. The giveaway for me being the creature was reported to have talked about having a wife before disappearing into the mausoleum. But what say you, dear viewers? Do you believe in vampires? I'm Danny. This has been Worldwide Weird. Peace.
I walk through the city in the rain. I try to make sense of all the pain. If you could see what I see through these eyes, not perfect sunsets or cloudless skies. The street lights at night, they cast a glow. Fallen angels search for their halos. Your words echo through these quiet streets. They're lifted and they're carried by the breeze. The lonesome reach out for a hand to hold. They shiver and they shake in the cold. The days are heavy, filled with burden. Hearts are neurotic for connection. I pass by an old condemned home. Memories manifest as ghosts. A boy stares out the window pane. Overworked father calls his name. The lights go out and the vision fades. I'm not crying, it's just the rain. Your words echo through these quiet streets. They're lifted and they're carried by the breeze. The lonesome reach out for a hand to hold. They shiver and they shake in the cold. The days are heavy, filled with burden. Hearts are neurotic for connection. I wish that you could hear me out. I really need you here and now. I've gone north and I've searched south. You are nowhere to be found. I wish that you could hear me out. I really need you here and now. I've gone north and I've searched south. I miss having you around. The lonesome reach out for a hand to hold. They shiver and they shake in the cold. The days are heavy, filled with burden. Hearts are neurotic for connection. Your words echo through these quiet streets. They're lifted and carried by the breeze.